Hey everyone, I'm Lacey Perkins, Cincy Independent Consultant, and today I am going to talk about why, if you are in direct sales or MLM, you need a happy planner. Yes, I love my happy planner. This is my total business. It has been life-saving and changing. Okay, so to get a happy planner, you can go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, I believe Walmart, Amazon. There's 3 different sizes. There's a mini, a medium, and the big. I prefer the big. I've had the medium, and the reason I prefer the big is because you can actually print off things like paper size and not have to fiddle-faddle with resizing them, and they fit right in. One other thing that you will need is a Happy Planner hole puncher. You can get the actual brand name Happy Planner hole puncher. I do advise they are a little bit of expensive. So if you can get a Michael's coupon or a Hobby Lobby coupon, please, or a sale, get that. Or you can search Amazon for an off-brand Happy Planner hole puncher. Works just the same. The big one has 11 rings, and I believe the medium one has 9. So let's go ahead and dive in. So to be successful, you need some sort of planning system, okay? So if you've seen my last videos, I am a paper and pencil type of girl. I like tangible things. I like being able to use my hands. So this is why the Happy Planner is super successful for me and other leaders in my group and organization. First and foremost, you have to be able to set up your Happy Planner successful for you. I'm going to show you how it has been tremendously successful for myself and a few other leaders who I've shown this to, and has really helped them in their business, not only with organization, but feeling prepared and really just getting your mind in the right headspace, especially on those busy days, okay? Side note, I am 7 months pregnant, so if I sound a little airy or out of breath, I'm not out of shape, I'm just 7 months pregnant. Okay, first and foremost, and when you first open your Happy Planner, it should be your business first. As a leader, as a mentor, it is super important to always work your business first, okay? Your business, and then you can help other people work their business first. So how I have this set up is when you first open this, so right, open it, okay? There is a folder. Now this size folder is from my medium size planner that I used to have, and it is kind of worn. So you can get additional parts, Amazon, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all those stores. Just search Happy Planner and all the little retail stores that sell them just pop up. So for me, we have order forms in our system or in our organization, and I use them. So I have bulk here, and then anybody who needs to order or I'm writing on there, their order forms go right in the back, okay? So that's first. Second is a catalog of your most current products. So I take one of our showcase brochures and I hole punch it and I put it in there. And I also take our combine and save options because I like to save money and I like to save other people money. That's a good thing to do, right? So you hole punch this in. And the reason is if you throw this in your bag, you go to the couch, you're not feeling well, you're laying in bed, you're pregnant like me, you're going to a child's game, a play, a rehearsal, something, you can take your Happy Planner and still be able to work your business while having a catalog on hand. And it's not going to be like a bulky catalog that you have to throw in extra. It's already going to be in your planner. So you know what your products are, you can quickly check, and you can quickly save people money. The next thing, how I have my Happy Planner, I have a divider. Now, the Happy Planner is very close to the Staples ARC system. So if you actually prefer the ARC system, get an ARC planner. It's the same thing. All it is a disc-bound planner. This is from the ARC planner. I had gotten 2 covers and a couple of these from Staples. They were on sale one day. They were cheaper than the Happy Planner stuff. So I combined all of it. Anyway, get some sort of a divider. The next section in my Happy Planner are my tracking systems. If you are not tracking things in your business, you're really setting yourself up for success. If you do not, or you're really setting yourself up for failure, not success, excuse me. You need to be tracking things, and I'll show you what I track, and I'll show you other options of tracking, because if you're not tracking, it's just like weight loss. If you're trying to lose weight and you're like, oh, I'll just do it, okay? And you're not tracking what goes in your mouth and how much energy you're burning off and what you're doing, you're not gonna be successful. And how much water you're drinking, you're not gonna be successful. It's the same in your business. If you aren't tracking things that bring you income, your IPAs, income producing activities, such as sponsoring, sales, follow-up, any of that, you are setting yourself up for failure. Period. There's no other way around it. So first and foremost, in my tracking system, I have what we call a scalable system. This is broken down weekly for me. Okay, these are my weekly tasks in every month, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, January through December. Okay, I am a color coder person. So if I didn't do something, guess what? I have to be honest with myself and say, I didn't do it that week. So it gets a whole nother color than all the other ones. If I get it done, it gets scratched off. This is super helpful to have in your business. If you do not have a scalable system, I suggest you start with Christina Steinbrook's Scalable Systems. You can find her on YouTube and break it down from hers, okay? That is what I used as my template to create my own. I'm more than happy to share my own with you, but your business is going to be different than my business, and it depends on where you are in your business. So for example, I have up and coming leaders. We have brainstormed together and I made them a different scalable system that looks very different. Okay. I also have a scalable system for people who aren't leaders yet, but are working towards that. And it looks very similar to this with a few exceptions. So whatever your scalable system looks like, either this, something like Christina, something with the sticker system, there's tons of ideas out there. You just have to make your own scalable system to make your life fit. It goes right here. That's my point, okay? It goes right here because, again, your business first. So if you have 5-10 minutes to work your business, you're going to open this up and say, okay, it is week 2 because we're in week 2 of February. What do I need to do? Did I edit my newsletter? Yep, check. Have I sent out a sent or warmer of the month reminder? Nope. So that's something that I need to do. Okay. And then there's other little to-do things. So when you have to-do things, you know what to do, what to expect in that week. So you aren't thinking of, oh, what do I need to do? I don't have anything to do. Along with my weekly, I do have daily to-dos. There are 3 to 5 things that I do on a daily basis to help me keep up with my business. Those go in an app called Google Tasks. And the reason I like those is because I get reminders daily, and I can also go in and check them off and they reoccur. So some daily things are tracking my numbers, tracking my personal retail volume, tracking my team volume, tracking my group volume, tracking my team size, my group size, how many people are active on my front line, how many people, blah, blah, blah. So that comes to my phone. And I'm able to have that task because it is a daily task. This is like if I have a heck of a Monday, okay, I teach, we're all over the place, we need to go to the store, family's in town, you have kids sporting games, whatever, you have your daily tasks sent to your phone, right, that you can literally do within 15 minutes of wherever you are. Your weekly tasks are done weekly basis. They're not supposed to be done every day. These are the tasks that you need to do weekly. And the same with this breakdown. There are daily tasks that they have, weekly tasks broken in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then certain day tasks to help them become consistent in their business. I will link all of the documents down below so you can see what I'm talking about because I'm a visual person, so I like to see what people talk about in their videos. Okay. The next thing that I have is our trackers for annual sales and annual mentor. Okay. This is a big vulnerability right now, because I can tell you we're almost at the end of this and I am nowhere close to one of the awards to annual mentor. I know, and that's one of the legs that I'm weak in my business. So that's what I want to spend most of my tracking and most of my things in daily is working towards that. If your business or organization has some type of incentive, this is what we have incentives. It's a yearly incentive. It helps track our sales over the year from May to April, and it helps track us, see how much growth we have in our team from May to April. If you have an incentive thing like this needs to go in there. Why? Because your business is first. Okay. And as you can see, it's a printable thing. I printed it off, I hole punch it, it goes right there. And I update that. That's in week 4 that all of my trackers, my monthly trackers, get updated. The next one that I have, and I'm actually going to switch this around right now. So the next tracking system I have is my new consultant tracking system. As I said, I'm very vulnerable right now. I'm sharing a lot with you. Sponsoring is a quote unquote weakness in my business. I don't consider it a negative thing. It's just an area where I need to spend a lot of my time. Okay. So with that being said, I made a new consultant tracker. This was inspired by Chloe Cox. You can go check out one of her videos, but this is what I made several months ago, and it literally goes step by step of what a new consultant should be doing and how I should be coaching them. Okay. And this is a new consultant that I've personally sponsored. This is great because I can pass this down to people who want to sponsor, and they literally just do step by step by step by step. So they know that they're setting their new consultants up the best way possible for their own success. Because in this business, it's not just about us. It's about helping other people change their lives. And if we're just recruiting people just to recruit for the numbers, we also need to be helping them get on their feet and get active and be successful within a short amount of time so they can say, oh my gosh, this is something that I can do, because it is something you can do. I can do it, you can do it. So a new consultant tracker walks you step by step of what I do to personally coach my people who sign up underneath me. Another tracker idea you can put in here is a host tracking. I feel pretty confident, but I have a host tracker for my team, and it helps them host coach. So when you have a host, you need to be able to coach them to be successful in their parties so they're getting the most rewards. Again, it's not about us. It's about them getting the most for their rewards in their friends and family. So again, it looks very similar to this. It coaches them each step by step by step, and you just write their name down and you check off step by step. That's another tracking system that you can add in here. My last tracking system that I add in here, now this isn't all the tracking that I do, it's spread out through my binder, but this is the majority, is my coaching call checklist. I have a coaching call checklist. I do my coaching calls a little bit different. I do them via Marco Polo because my team, we have single mommies, we have busy mommies, we have busy daddies. My schedule is a little bit hectic. My schedule is about to change when I give birth. So Marco Polo, if you haven't downloaded it, download it, play with it. My team is loving it, those who are doing one-on-one calls. Some people schedule FaceTime chats for 15, 20 minutes. Some people schedule Zoom chats. Some people do it in Facebook Messenger. Whatever works for you and is successful for you and the people that you're coaching, do that. Okay, this coaching call checklist, all this is are focus points for me to focus on with the people who are willing and wanting to do a coaching call. Because you might have somebody who says that they want to do a coaching call, so you get with them and you're like, I don't know what to talk about. So this is going to give you focus points. And if one of those focus points are weak or they haven't done it, like having a planner, then you stop there and you get them a planning system, whether it's a happy planner, whether it's Google Calendar, whatever works for them, you coach them in how to be productive. Once that step, that foundational step is achieved, then you move to the next thing. So there's several different points that I work with on my coaching call, and I check off as we go along. It's front and back. This has been a lot of success for the people that I started coaching, and they absolutely love it. Okay, well, let me grab a drink. The next part in your happy planner for me is just the monthly breakdown. Now, a lot of times when you get a happy planner, there's a lot of fluff in between the months. I took all that fluff out, okay? And I put it somewhere else, so don't throw it away. So I took that fluff out and put it somewhere else in my planner. But the next part is your monthly spread out, okay? So this is January. As you can see, now I'm gonna say this, I'm not perfect to be powerful, okay? So this is all new to me. This is a new habit. I'm not gonna be perfect every day, and that's okay. Okay, so you're gonna see like all of this written here. What is that? That's part of my daily task that comes to me in a through my Google Task app. This is me tracking my personal volume, my team volume, my group volume, my team size, my group size, and active people. And every morning, I go to write those numbers down, and I try to do it in the morning when I wake up and when I get down to my office. And the reason is because I want to see if there's a jump in numbers. Did we have a sale? What happened? Did club orders hit? What happened? Okay, so I want to see the continual growth monthly. That's what I hit right in here. Now I've already taken the sheet out of January and put it in my follow-up binder, is my sample tracker. So I keep track of samples, okay? In Scentsy, I give out samples in orders, as thank yous, as freebies, as incentives, whatever. I want to make sure that I'm tracking that so that I can actually put this in my follow-up and follow up with the people, because you have to sample with the purpose. Sample is a time-sucking activity. It really is. Unless you do it in bulk and you do it with a purpose. If you're going to give samples out, you need to be tracking the people that you're giving them out to, because if someone's going to be a sample-sucking person, they get 3 samples and they haven't purchased anything, they haven't joined, they haven't hosted a party. Well, it's like the baseball rule, 3 strikes you're out, right? Like, I'm not in this business to keep giving you free stuff. I'm in this business to help support my family. So I need to make sure that the people who I'm tracking are actually supporting, and I'm spoiling them. So I have a sample tracker that I keep track. It's early in February. I need to update this. Again, I don't have to be perfect to be powerful. So remember that. No judging. So I keep this in my monthly thing. And sometimes I have 2. I think in January I had 2 or 3 sheets of this. And this easily tears out and goes into my follow-up. Check out my follow-up video if you're interested about that, okay? Now, the one thing that I do need to add, there's 2 documents that I do need to add that, again, I was inspired. I used to do this. I don't know why I stopped, but Chloe Cox had a video, and she has some bomb trainings, and she had like a dashboard for her monthly goals. And I used to just write mine down, and I don't know why I got out of the habit of that, guys. I really don't, but don't get out of habit of it. So I made a monthly dashboard to go right in here. I just made it. It's fresh off the printer. So there's that. I made a monthly dashboard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate this, hole punch it, and put it here. And what this is, and it goes in my monthly thing, it helps me keep track of my goals. So it's goals for the month. So I have how many book parties do I want booked, how much PRV I want, how many people I'm going to sponsor, who am I looking at to promote this month, my goal TWV and GWV, which is team and wholesale volume. How many coaching calls am I having this month? How many people am I coaching this month on Marco Polo? And something that I'm going to work on for myself this month, okay? So that's going to go in my monthly thing. One other thing, and again, this is inspired by Chloe Cox and Chastity Robinson. I don't want to leave her out. I'm actually going to shrink this down to a half a piece of paper, and it is the month and laminate it so it's back, front, and back. So it's another dashboard. And this is a party tracker system. Again, I used to do this stuff. I don't know why I stopped. I just needed a reminder. I needed a kick in the rear end, really. So thank you, ladies, for that. And what this is you're going to keep track of the dates, your host, how many sales that they had, how many bookings, and whatever notes. And then you're also going to keep track of, again, your goals for the month. And this is going to go in, and if you laminate it, you could go with the dry erase marker and keep using it every month. So this is going to be a dashboard. Again, I can share this once I revamp this in the documents below. So now we have our month set up, right? This is also with any parties that I have or any classes that we're having. Anything that's time bound, though, I will tell you, anything that has a time bound, like doctor's appointments, anything like that, I do use my Google Calendar. My classes are Google Calendar. And the reason is, well, because I like the notification. I'm on my phone already. Don't lie. You're on your phone or you're on your computer and it's going to pop up and you're going to say, oh yeah. So anything that's time bound goes on that. But sometimes I also put it on here too so I can see the big picture. That's just me. So remember all that fluff that you took out between the months? Okay. So the next thing, I have this little dashboard thing, again from the medium planner. I'm sure you can get it for the big. It says to do on it, whatever. I took all the fluffy stuff that were in between the months, so the pages that were in between January and February, I took them and made a to-do section. I am the type of person that likes a brain dump as my to-do list, okay? I like just writing a to-do list, and then I can go back and as I'm working on stuff, go ahead and cross it off, or if it's not on there and I do it, I put it on there and then cross it off. So these are the types of sheets that were between my months. They're called daily tasks and they're little bulleted things. And as you can see, this is how I do my to-do list. So, and this is not the stuff that's on your weekly tracker. This is anything that's extra. This could be personal, this can be business related, this can just be reminders, whatever I need to do, whatever my to-do list. That's how I'm a to-do lister. I just like to dump everything and add to it and cross off and check and move to the next list. So that's that section. The next section, I have another little divider. This section is going to be a little different for me. So I do teach part-time. So I have all of my syllabi for all of my classes right here because I take this everywhere with me. I take my Happy Planner everywhere with me. So if they're working on a test or something and it's a recorded test, they don't need me. I'm in my car. I have extra time before class or after class. I know that I can pull this out and I can work on things, but it also, with my syllabi, it also helps me plan out where I can fit into work. So if you have a work schedule, if you have a kid's schedule, a babysitting schedule, whatever schedule, anything personal, I would encourage you to put that right there in that section. Now, my last section that I have is what I like to do is my frontline tracking or my team tracking. So I have created a report in Scentsy's workstation, our back office, that every month that I run and I go and I color coordinate things and highlighters. That way I know who to reach out for coaching calls. I know who I'm watching, who has high sales. I can send them messages, congratulations, hey, thinking of you. I can write notes next to their name. Really, guys, the note-taking thing is all on your phone and in your messages. So if you send a message, an email, whatever, you can put that next to their name. You can highlight in a certain color, and your notes are in your phone from the messages that you sent. A lot of people have sheets for each person on their team. that just got too much for me. Some people do it in OneNote. I know Kimberly Polita does hers in OneNote or digital tracking. I couldn't do that. I like to look at the whole picture. So I've created a report, I print it out, and then I can highlight and go. So this week I need to highlight some more things on here, check in with my people, and this is just how I go. Now this could completely change when my team doubles. So this is just what works for me. Every month I print it out, and then I put the month at the top, and I can go down and see who I need to be working with, who I need to check in with, who I need to be giving a little love to, whatever have you. Then behind that, of course, are some extra pages for just some random notes, reflective thoughts. If I'm listening to a training, a quote, a book, or something, I can write that down really quick and come back to it. So I've done that. So that's just it. So that is how I have my happy planner set up for success. And I will tell you, by doing it this way, I have had a huge shift and change in my personal business in the last 2 months. I have had team members who have gotten their planners together in the last month go from 0 PRV in 6 months, okay, or meeting the minimum, to 100 to 1,500 PRV. I have had people who haven't recruited in over a year have 2 or 3 recruits on it in the works, either having a party or having recruiting conversations. So 0 to 2 to 3 is huge success. Okay. So when you do these things, you're going to feel more prepared, and preparation is the key when you are doing these types of things, because you feel more prepared, you don't feel like you're scattered, you have a system, you're more than to come into work and you're like, I am ready to work. I have 10 minutes. I know exactly what I need to do. I'm going to open up my planner, open up my tracker, knock out a couple things, get my follow-up binder out, spend 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever on people here, and really start making Scentsy fit into your life. Remember, you are the boss of your business. You are in control. Scentsy fits into your life. And the way it fits into your life is having these simple systems that are inviting, that are exciting to go into, right? Like before, I'm not going to lie, guys, like the last 2 years were a total blank to me. Like they just went over my head. And it's because I let that happen. I let my systems go. I let my organization go. And I just did what I needed to do. But when I came back and I like revived myself and I started being re-inspired and being like, why did I stop doing these things? Why did I stop tracking my goals for the month? Why? You can consistently see when you stop doing something that you've been successful. You go back to a time that you were the most successful. You think about what you were doing, and then you stop doing those things. You're either going to see a nosedive or a flat line. And I saw a flat line, and I'm not happy with that. I'm not comfortable with that. So really reflecting on where you want to go in your business, what your purpose is, and really finding systems that work for you, that are simple. Everybody has their own system, and I'm going to tell you that you are going to get flooded with this person's system, this person's tracker, this, and this, and this. It's up to you to say, hold on, hang on. Let me sit down and figure out what is going to fit into my life, meet my goals, and figure out how I can work Scentsy in. Because if you try to do everything else, guys, everybody else, you're going to burn out, you're going to feel overwhelmed, and you're just not going to want to do it. You're going to, I can't do it. I'm done. I don't even know what I did today. Da, 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 da. Now, when you have the systems that are easily trackable, and you're feeling prepared, and you know what you're doing the next day, and you know where you are and where you want to go, your work is so much more inviting and so much more empowering. It's liberating. When I actually did this and went back to the basics and redid everything back in December, and I took pretty much the December off for myself to just put on pause, it was so liberating. So I hope you find some liberation in this. I hope you find some empowerment in this. And I hope that this helps you in your business, whatever it is, whether it's Scentsy or not Scentsy. And I hope this helps. Again, I will link the documents below so you guys can check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.